All right. We've talked about this a bit, but I want to discuss the interdisciplinary cooperation a bit more. How is it for you guys to, as game developers, designers, artists, and for me as a theater major, I'm doing my bachelor in theater. How was it for you guys that I invaded your gaming space?
Well, I can tell a little bit about it. For me, maybe I'm a little bit biased in that opinion because you and I already worked on like projects before, so I kind of know how you work. But I never experienced working with you since you've been doing theater. And at first, I had my questions about like things you were saying because I didn't quite get it. Because obviously you are doing theater and I'm doing a game study, and it took me a while to figure out like what were the overlapping areas, and how could we combine that to incorporate in our project. And I think now I fully understand theater better just because of you and how you can create experiences, embodied design and that kind of stuff. And I find that really um, liberating, since it will expand my view on things I can do in the future as well.
I mean, that's good. That's great. Yeah, for me, it was, yeah, like you said, we worked together already. I studied a bit of game design as well. So I did kind of know what you guys were working on, but obviously I missed like 2 or 3 years of education on your part. So I did grow out of games a bit. And I think I really got reminded about how good you guys are in specialized circumstances. For instance, a developer, how fast you pick up on learning new stuff, or an artist, how quickly you go from a concept to a prototype to a finished 3D art product, and how impressive those become in such a short time.
Yeah, and the cooperation between artists, designers, and developers we're obviously used to. So the most I can personally say is also about the cooperation with Robin, the theater. And I do think it really helped. I know it really helps that you had that 1 year of game education, because just I imagine if you didn't have that and we threw terms like gameplay or onboarding not so much, but all the game related terms, you'd need at least 2 weeks to learn all those terms. So that really helped, and that was really helpful as well.
Yeah, it was a year. Now it's a year and a half of game design experience.
I definitely also
Yeah.
learned a lot about the way you think. You have, as a theater student, a lot more you think a lot more about performance and actors and lights and the physical space, whether we as game students most likely focus on the screen and the technology.
Yeah, and I think that's the best thing I saw about especially the artists in this team, is that it started out as, we need to create the perfect picture from the perfect perspective, and then Joris Weiden was also from theater, and I'm from theater, so we immediately broke everything apart. And I hope at least the artists know that to strive towards that perfect perspective might be their undoing, and they can go different routes and make everything even more interesting than what they're already creating by just putting into a different perspective and media.
Yeah, and I think having that limitation as an artist that we can't make everything perfect also helped me. I can't speak for Yuri, of course, but it helped me improve my workflow as an artist, because I have made so many assets during the past 6 months, and I gradually got better at it, and I learned new things, also from working, of course, with Yuri. I learned a lot of things, and eventually I think I will be a better artist when I get out of this project in a couple of weeks.